Good evening and welcome to Ben Hasn't Quite Got This Set Up Right. Hang on a moment. Well, I can't change this one, but I mean I could. I can't easily change that while I'm on the intro screen. Right.
Is your microphone volume?
Yeah, my microphone looks pretty sensible to me. That's coming up just to the top of the yellow. Which is about right. So, and also welcome to Ben Hasn't Yet Started Up His Other Laptop to move his IRC session to. So, where were we? Well, Kaiserin Edda is 62 years old and not yet dead. She is still a known murderer. Indeed, I think she did a bit of extra murdering recently, didn't she? Just to make sure just to prove she still had it in her. She somehow lost Worms, which is now part of Hungary. I think there was an unfortunate accident with an inheritance. But on the other hand, one of her vassals took Wien off Hungary recently, so like it's more or less even. I'm sure we'll get Worms back in due course. The Pope has not yet invented crusades. Breslau is still tribal and Slavic pagan. We are doing what we can to fix that, in that our court chaplain is there, though he is also useless. Why is our court chaplain useless? Our court chaplain is useless because he's our son. And making someone court chaplain is a good way to get them lots of piety, and giving someone lots of piety is a good way to make them popular with electors for the Byzantine Holy Roman Empire. Yes, he's gaining piety at a rate of 3.07 per month. So he will eventually get somewhere useful with that, though not right now. Indeed, right now, Edda's successor as Kaiser of the Holy Roman Empire is Duke Antonio of Curetienne, who should, if we've got things properly organised, also be her successor as Kaiser of Italy, King of Sicily, and King of Romagna. Possibly Edda could destroy some of these titles. I don't know that she really needs them all. It would make life a bit simpler. But I haven't done it yet. Right, let me... hang on. My laptop's sliding away. Let me log into Chiark over there and move my IRC session across. Now that things are vaguely organising themselves. Thank you for the 12 ominous minks, Simon. Right, that's better. So yes, where were we? We were discussing the succession and whether we really need all of these titles. Like we've only got the Empire of Italia because that way we could move make sure that all of the Italian peninsula was at least in the same de jure empire, which helps Edda's vassal levies. We've only got the Kingdom of Sicily in order to get the Kingdom of the Empire of Italia, and I think the Kingdom of Romagna we actually had a good reason to get, which was so that we would have de jure claims on the rest of on other bits of the Italian peninsula nearby. Though we've now got all of the Kingdom of Romagna, so we could destroy that one as well. I'm not quite sure what we actually want to destroy, though, because it does apparently make you unpopular with the vassals of the relevant title. And like at the moment, we do have the same person as successor to all of them, so it's not like it's a serious problem. So I think Kaiserin Edda will leave them all lying around, and make it her successor's problem to work out what to do with them. So what's going on? I didn't do very much working out what the future held after the last session, so I don't really know where I am. It's possible I just unpause and let things take their course. Like, yes, strangely enough, Kaiserin Edda has a strong claim on Worms, but everyone is in the defensive pact, pretty much. Yeah. Actually, let's quickly check that from a geographical point of view, because the The game is, of course, now going to engage in a vast pile of stupid bugs, and throw people out, and I don't want to accidentally take advantage of that. So who is not in the defensive pact? Well, there's the tiny Blaisois Revolt, all the way over in France. Kaiserin Edda does not have a casus belli that can be used against them. And there's the Empire of Bulgaria. With whom Edda has a non-aggression pact. She could even have he won't form an alliance. Oh well. And that's broadly speaking it. If we go far enough east, there's a bunch of places that Edda doesn't have a non-aggression pact, doesn't have a that aren't in a defensive pact. One notable one is the kingdom that currently owns Jerusalem. Intriguingly, so we could stop. I don't think we have a casus belli in mind. Were we to have a suitable casus belli, we could take Jerusalem, stop the Crusades being invented, and found the Teutonic Order at the same time. Because we're allowed to found the Teutonic Order as soon as Jerusalem is held by a Catholic ruler, which of course is also a way to stop the Crusades being invented. But I don't want to stop the Crusades being invented, because I think an interesting thing will be the standard way that you go on crusade and are then allowed to, if you're the largest contributor, become the crusade beneficiary and start playing as them rather than as your former self.
I have done this accidentally.
Just looking around to see if there are any really tiny realms we can quickly stomp. I think this is a really tiny realm, but it'll turn out that it's first, it's not as tiny as it used to be. Oh no, sorry, that's Greater Poland. Oh right, okay, yes, which is actually not that tiny. It has a bunch of stuff. It had a bunch of stuff up here. It doesn't anymore.
Yes, that's because everyone's been holy warring it.
Not holy warring. A lot of them were conquests, county conquests instead, because they were fellow pagans. Yeah, okay, Greater Poland is like almost non-existent now. But he's also in the defensive pact against us. We do have an offer to join war option. What war is he in? He is attempting to subjugate the Queen of Nordraya. It doesn't look like it. Yeah, it looks like it merely transfers piety and prestige. I'm not quite sure. I'm not really sure it's appropriate for me to join that war. I mean, he's Christian. But the subjugation war is labelled pagans with succession law set to elective gavelkind. But he's not a pagan, or is she trying to subjugate him? Oh, she's trying to subjugate him, right? That's much more plausible. He's only in that one war now. So I suppose we could do a bit of like defending Christendom against the ravening Northrayan Germanic armies.
Yeah, well, that's great.
Should be good for our piety. So then we have Mazovia there. So I think that means that the previous, like, Krakow's got, oh no, it wasn't Krakow, it was like Breslau and this lot. There was something around here that was like an independent county, but isn't anymore, because, well, you can't really last very long as one of those. So there's a 2-county duchy there, which in theory we could holy war, but I'm a bit dubious about going after anywhere with with more than one county. Oh, what are you? Oh no, you're part of something inconvenient. Yes, something very inconvenient. Let's leave that alone. How about you? Counties in realm 9. Okay, where's the rest of your realm? Oh, there. Right. Okay, I see. Yes. Even you're not a properly independent county.
The Independent Republic of Vista.
Yes.
Windows 7 has yet to be invented.
You are actually an independent county. Are you close enough to my territory that I can just stomp in and take you? Astonishingly enough, no, I don't have a holy war casus belli. But, oh, because I'm only allowed to do holy war by sea against Muslims. And
The mode of transport affects the holiness of the war?
yes. So in general, the basic rule is holy wars can only be against people whose territory adjoins yours. But if they or you are Muslim, then you can also do it across a short distance of sea, like 2 sea hexes. Yes, I know the hexes are not in any sense hexagonal, but they're still hexes. And I think after Crusades have been invented, you can do it over longer distances by sea and against everyone by sea, but I'm not quite sure.
We don't know because we haven't done the Crusades.
But yes, thus I can't engage in a holy war for Telemark because it would require crossing the sea from my territory. That's part of Greater Poland, which is Christian. That's far too big an area. That's not adjacent to me. That's adjacent to me, but it's, yeah, that's wrong. And is that part of no, that's part of Gotland, which we've already looked at. Yes. That's part of the Holy Roman of the Byzantine Empire for reasons. That's still part of Arles. That's part of something complicated as well. Yeah. And there are 3 counties now down in there. So yeah, I think there are no obvious little, oh look, an independent county, let us swipe it, and no interesting sorry, I've forgotten the word, revolts. So I'm kind of quite tempted to, like, after we've flattened Greater Poland several times, but now that he has come over to the one true faith, we can't currently vassalise him because he's at war. So he could join his war just in order to make sure he's at peace, so we can see if we can vassalise him. But he's Polish, so he probably can't. What's his de jure liege? De jure liege is the Kingdom of Poland, which we don't currently control. De jure liege of that is the Wendish Empire, which similarly. So yeah, we probably can't vassalise him because he's not German or a de jure vassal of the Empire of any of the titles that Edda currently holds. But yeah, it seems like we can't have the pagans coming in and stomping all over things. So let us join the High Chief of Greater Poland in the Orkneyan Greater Polish Subjugation War. Indeed, this is meant to be something that she can only pull against another pagan. So, like, the war really ought to be invalid now that he's Christian. Right, everyone. Okay, we had someone had joined that war on the other side. No, on our side, I think. So, what's the current state of this war then? Oh. I should turn the brightness up on the screen so I can see it better. There, that's better. So, on our side, we have various of his vassals, I think now, and us. Well, let us organise ourselves in a moment. My kinswoman Adelheid di Spoleto, who Edda is tutoring, is a charitable little rascal. She just gave her newest toy to the smith's son. So, charity is generally good. Greed is generally bad. Let us let her keep her charity. Also, she's 12 years old and not betrothed to anyone. So she is a genius, but not my child or grandchild. So we want to get her a matrilineal marriage so that the genius stays in the family, but we can't get her a politically useful matrilineal marriage because no one will give her one, I expect. Right, that's a fairly terrible selection. So we have a bunch of courtiers. We might be able to invite a courtier we could marry her to. Let's see. So let us look through the entire world for unmarried men who want to join who will be willing to join our court. Sorted by age. Obviously, they have to be adults in order to join our court. So, like, we might do well to wait a bit. But on the other hand, they won't stay unmarried for long, probably. But in general, like, geniuses will tend to disappear fairly quickly anyway. Ain't no geniuses here. What I really want is to be able to do more complicated queries. Feel this particularly after having been running SQL queries against the Wikimedia Commons backend database. To say, like, what I want is a child whose parents will a genius unbetrothed child whose parents are willing to join my court. Yes. Well, there's one. He's only 3. Ideally, it would be someone slightly older than Adelheid. So let's quickly go through all of the relevant children because there aren't many of them. No.
Despite being only 3, he might at least take good care of his mother.
Yes, indeed. No. Anyone who has a landed parent, anyone who's landed like this guy, or who has a landed parent is obviously out. Anyone outside diplomatic range is probably out too. No. No. Maybe. Too distant. No. Maybe. No, not going to be able to persuade him. Also, he's a Di Spoleto. I think. Oh no, sorry. Baldwin was the Di Spoleto, not Albano. No, I think that may be another child of the same family. Maybe, but I don't think I can outweigh that incredible opinion he has of his liege. He's only 72. Oops. That would only get me up to 63 though, so no, that's not going to work. Too far away. And we're back down to Romanos. Right, the first guy I chose was actually the best I was likely to get. I mean, there's kind of an argument. I really do I breed her with someone genius or do I breed her with someone strong? Because strong would be that we would have a chance of getting a strong genius out, albeit a fairly small chance. I mean, genius is better than strong, but strong is good to have if you can have it as well as genius.
Not entirely perceived.
Right, and on the other hand, a random genius who is not a Di Spoleto is worth having in my court anyway. We should collect them.
I mean, I don't know how this thing models genetics, but there is that apocryphal story that someone famously beautiful once proposed to someone famously smart that they should have a child together and said, imagine a child with my beauty in your brain. Straight to the person who told me, yes, it's supposed to have my beauty in your brain.
That's fine. You have lots of children. My aim here isn't for the mean Di Spoleto to be any good. My aim is to get a few exceptionally good Di Spoletos, because I only need one to be emperor at a time, and an emperor lasts quite a long time. I mean, I would observe that Edda is completely not one of my genius strong Di Spoletos. She's utterly middling.
But then we didn't really intend her to be
I mean, she only founded the Holy Roman Empire by accident.
well, because she was there.
She was under control of the player and spent some time trying to maneuver that.
Yeah, but that it was her was pretty accidental.
I mean, you've been hoping for her, like, rather better cousin or something.
Yes.
Sister or whatever.
Oh, I can get her. At least force them to be within diplomatic range. Reduce the number I need to pay attention to. probably can't get you. My false religion does not help me there. No, maybe, probably not false religion. No. False religion, I expect. Oh, maybe, theoretically. Oh, you're married to someone else now. No. The son of the Ecclesiarch of Bratslav. No. I don't think you're going to take very much to persuade, though. That's kind of... I may end up with a vast number of strong little boys kicking around my court. No. Probably false religion. Yes. And Ethelwald. Probably can't fix that one with any amount of money. Right. I mean, possibly I could be inviting girls as well, but like we're currently just trying to find a husband for Adelheid, so I've invited 10 young men to the court to see if she likes any of them or something. Well, no, I'm not actually going to, because I don't have it. Well, in theory I could actually check her opinion of each of them once they arrive. Right, lots of people are leaving a defensive pact, as is the usual situation. Meanwhile, we're at war, aren't we? We should possibly do something about that. Yeah, I mean, nothing has actually happened in the war. Right, so who's this war against then? Who do you need me to kill? Queen Gloth of Nordrayar. Who's not a great fan of me because I just joined a war against her. She has all of 3,000 troops somewhere. Where's her territory? Is it just Orkney and Fair Isle? Right. So, in a sense, our challenge is to work out how to land on Fair Isle. Sorry, Faroes.
You need a lot of troops to do that. A lot.
I'm staring at the 10,000 supply limit. Maybe we land on Shetland first, given that there doesn't seem to be anyone in Shetland. Right, well, happily we have a North Sea coast, so we can start raising troops and what's the key for raise ships? Sea and ships here. Let's aim for like about 10,000 troops, because that will fit in the requisite. How many is that so far? Not even slightly 10,000. That will fit in the supply limit. I do, of course, have fairly small armies up here because they're not in the same de jure empire as Edda's capital. You can raise much bigger armies down in Italy, but Italy's a kind of inconvenient place to be raising armies if you're trying to invade Shetland.
And that's one reason I kind of like conquering lots of things and then giving the resultant land to my existing vassals. Because this
Then all their capitals would be in the right place.
well, it's not just that their capitals will be in the right place, but you will at least have some of their territory
Yeah.
there, so you can raise.
Well, that was rather simple. Queen Gloth of Northroyar accepted a peace offer. I do hope that was a surrender. Lots of people have arrived at my court while I wasn't paying attention. Oh! Queen Ingiltrude of Franconia has died. The new king of Franconia. She founded the kingdom of Franconia quite some time ago. Ingiltrude the Magnanimous created the kingdom of Franconia in 1084. Survived 20 years as queen and has now passed it on to King Emmerich.
Since we're now past the year 1100, come on, Pope, get your finger out. It
Yeah.
crusades.
I mean, he started complaining about the fact that I have free investiture.
Up that.
He ended it with a white piece. We could totally have won. Look, you stoat.
What have you got for that?
I don't know. But, like, really. I mean, yes, we did adequately defend Christendom, but... So, Buthli af Buchen has turned up. Yes, we should probably get rid of all those armies. I've just selected all of them. Why are you suggesting that I might want to dismiss one of them? I want to dismiss all of them. Oh, Shift X, right. 13 units will stand down and return home. Clonk. One of them is movement locked.
Easily.
Dismiss that fleet.
Turn up.
Ipeos Boru has joined my court, along with his strong son. He will happily change to my religion. Pavlos Kilikos has come to my court with his genius son. He is slightly unwilling to join my religion. but with a bribe he will do so. Oh, we get some take points from Constantinople. Excellent. So what's the take point situation? We have so many cultural advances we could actually get another level of noble customs, which, like, it's either that or tolerance, really. And different culture doesn't seem to be causing me serious trouble, to be fair. So that would reduce the penalty by 6.3%. Presumably, yeah. I think I like the idea of yet more noble customs. Feudal vassal opinion up to plus 18.
Certainly can be. I mean, occasionally I like to up popular customs because that improves your city vassal opinion, and they often hate you because there's usually a 20-point penalty.
There is a 20-point penalty, but like,
it depends how many you have and what they generally think of you. I tended to have the problem that Venice fucking hated me, partly because last time I played they kept turning back to Christian after I carefully evangelised them to the correct religion of the book. But it did tend to mean that they, the 20-point thing penalty on top of the sort of
I mean,
8-point Stoke penalty did not help.
Genoa is down at 14, but it's still positive, which is what you need in order to get taxes from them.
Just gives you a bit more room for million, that's all. Which might be important for some.
Pomerania is the rather more sensible 49. Those are my two main city. They're my two current merchant republics. Then I've just got a few random mayors who are all in the 30s. So I don't think this is currently a problem. I want to take Amalfi at some point if I stay as Holy Roman Empire. Samuel Stratiokos has arrived at my court, bringing with him his strong son Daniel and his perfectly boring son Callistos. Let us bribe him to become Catholic as well. And Philippa di Ancona, who is already Catholic, has arrived. She is weak, but her son is strong. So an interesting thing is that we can actually usurp the Duchy of Greater Poland now, because he's not at war. Like, he was involved in about 6 wars earlier.
Can you forcibly vassalize him?
If you mean peacefully vassalise, no, because we're not his de jure liege and we're the wrong culture. Because he's Polish and...
Usurpation it will have to be.
he holds a county that isn't a vassal of the kingdom of the Duchy of Greater Poland. So even if we usurp the Duchy of Greater Poland, we can't then vassalise him, because he still won't hold a de jure vassal of ours. We might be able to then create the Kingdom of Poland, No, you don't seem to have Kingdom of Poland on our list yet. So let's just check. It's a 4-county duchy, and it appears to be spread across 3 of our vassals. So none of them can create it. So if anyone's going to create it, it has to be Edda. Well, go on then, just in order to loosen things up a bit outside the... So now we have a small pile of independent counties on our border. What a pity. They can join them. We can declare war before they do, though. And I believe that is genuinely how the game works, not just the stupid bug that throws everyone out. That a newly independent realm has one day in which you can declare war on it before it will start joining defensive pacts. At least one day. The problem is, of course, that we did that without carefully organising a vast army on their borders. Oh, that's fine, because they're not in a defensive pact, so it doesn't have to be a vast army.
So long as, importantly, you declare war on all N of them before you raise any troops, you should be fine.
So, you have a perfectly good de jure claim on Vela. Actually, if we have a de jure claim... So if we're a co-religionist and de jure liege, would she take diplomatic vassalization anyway? I mean, it might make things simpler. I suppose, yes, I can ask, can't I? No, because apparently I'm not her de jure liege, even though I have a claim. Well, okay, that might just be because one of my vassals can have a de jure claim on her territory, even if I don't have a de jure claim on her territory. Yes. Don't have a casus belli for him. He still won't be vassalised. Don't have a casus belli for him. Because he's gone and converted all of his vassals, so they're all Catholic. Do have a casus belli for him. Let's just check he won't be vassalised. No. Probably not. In particular because they all either are or should be members of the defensive pact against me. Not right, it's very close. Not that it helps me very much to get him excommunicated, because, like, excommunication wars don't actually get you the territory.
They just get you favour of the Pope,
Yeah, and force abdication, which can be helpful. Right, okay, so I think that's all the wars I can... Is that all the wars I can declare based on that? I'm now going... Who was part of Greater Poland before I exploded it?
You could look up the history on YouTube.
could do, but that's kind of complicated. Here's the history. No one on YouTube can see me doing this, of course, because when did I previously select him? There was the time when I was just before I started hunting for husbands.
I was going to say, is Lucy involved? It's perfectly ordinary chess, except with a duck. On your go, you move your piece and then you use the duck to an empty square, and it blocks that square.
Okay, I found the bit that I want. Ish. So now I am watching my own YouTube history to find out whether Sialand was part of Greater Poland. Go on, click on him. Go on, click on him. Thank you. Yes. There we can see Sialand, whatever it's called, highlighted. But that little bit there in Denmark is not. So let's just watch what I did next. I then went, oh, I can offer to join his war. I suppose I can flip forward and see if I change the map view. But what I'm mostly interested in is whether we ever zoom out while he's selected. I think I remember checking what his holdings further north were, but I also think I remember that they weren't. Right, okay, that'll do. Right, stop watching your own YouTube stream, Harris. Fast forward it to the present day and get back to actually doing the thing. So, yes, Sialand is a valid target. And we can holy war Sialand, I don't know how it's pronounced.
That's probably a bit Icelandic.
He's Polish. Who knows how he pronounces it?
Yeah, could be anything.
So yes, I think those are the ones that I'm fairly confident. Also, I don't really want to go much further north than that. Like, so what are you? You're the Duchy. Oh right, you're part. Oh yes, you're part of Gotland, of course. Gotland. Right. Okay, that's enough wars to be in for now. You don't need any boats for this one, though. Go away. Actually, let's send all of them to there. That seems a good place to be. I doubt any of these targets are in any way scary. Like, until yesterday, they didn't realise they needed an army at all. And then suddenly they found themselves independent. Like, oh, I probably need more than 10 troops then, don't I?
Well, there's also this one problem that they have been sending troops up to their vassals.
To defend against Northrayar.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. Whereas a normal vassal wouldn't be doing that, but a tribal vassal will indeed be sending troops off to Northrayar. And hence have very few of them left. Right, I think that's enough troops raised on my part then. Maybe we should quickly work out who are who young Adelheid would like to marry.
Because starting a war seems to get you in the mood for this.
Yeah. Somewhere there's an explore this people's opinion of this character or this character's opinion of people button. Explore other characters' opinion of this character. So then I can go the strong little boys in my court. Well, okay, there are apparently none of them. What? I've reset the search filters, and if I narrow down beyond realm, I don't see anyone. What is this silly thing doing today? It's being weird. I give up. Right, okay. Who can we marry? Okay, apparently I can't force her to marry most of the people in my court. All the strong ones appear still to be unavailable. Were they all betrothed already? Some of them were far too young to be betrothed already. Maybe... Okay, who is in my court? Who is in my court and tiny? So Romanos is the genius, and he will marry her. Alright, it looks like most of the rest may not actually have brought their children with them because their children are still in education somewhere else. So, for instance, we visit Philippa de Ancona. Her son is being educated in Piombino. Oh, I can arrange to... Oh, laptop, why are you being so sluggish? Stop it. Yeah, okay, I can force her to marry one of them. It's just slightly awkward to... It's just that the rings button doesn't do it.
That's unusual. It usually gets the other one.
But in this case, yeah, if I find the guy, then I can say, yes, you should matrilineally marry Adelheid. And he says, oh, okay. He's ambitious but craven. Well, he might turn out all right.
I mean, his attributes are less important.
Hildeberg is already betrothed, matrilineally, of course. So who else have we got in our court who's unmarried? If this thing is working properly at all. And he's a Di Spoleto. Wulfhilda and Adalberta, but Adalberta's newborn. Wulfhilda is not very interesting. She's not a close relation. She is not a genius. I mean, we may as well marry her. Well, we could marry her to that young genius we invited over, I suppose. He's a bit young. Maybe we should save him for a younger Di Spoleto.
You can just use her as alliance fodder.
She's not a close relation, so I can't get her a matrilineal marriage to anyone interesting.
Yeah, but she's got no good attributes.
Indeed, I'm not sure. I don't get a non-aggression pact out of her at all. So yeah, I think we need to marry her to one of the other strong boys we just invited over. Let's just pick another parent. And Adalberta is so young, we don't need to worry about her yet. Right. Good. Paos Boru has converted to Catholicism. Possibly we should convert his wife as well. I mean, he might try to convert her, but she might try to convert him back. Oh, isn't there some weird thing that converting people doesn't work when you're at war? I can't remember now.
You often can't ask people to walk that way.
It does seem to be working all right, so I'm not too worried. But she's already Catholic. Good.
It's a big car if you want to bring several bits.
Right, so welcome to the world, Helga Di Spoleto, who is in no useful sense a genius or strong. She hasn't inherited either the strength or the intelligence of her parents. Just get the last 36 troops into this army. Right, we're actually short of money. Come on, you last 36 troops, get in there. Thank you. So we want one of these to be, an organiser, say Frirak. Erb and Stratimir. Well, let's stick Bogoris in place of Erb, since he's a holy warrior and we do at least have some. Need of one of those. I'm not too worried about the river crossing penalty when we have 5,600 troops and they have 20. Supply limit's 18,000, so that shouldn't be a problem either. Yes. Duke Blasi of Provence has declared war on the King of Arles. Excellent. Well done, Duke Blasi.
Is this a realistic thing, or is he about to be stopped?
Blasi's not that... No, he's got a duchy now. He's got 3.8 thousand troops. Arles has 3.46 thousand. And he's in another war already. Blasi has been slowly stomping over, possibly his parent, also called Blasi, has been slowly stomping over Arles. Oh, maybe I should have attacked Sieland first on the grounds that they're actually bringing in co-religionists. Oh well. Let's finish this siege. End that war. And then stomp as fast as possible over to Sieland. King Bishop of France has joined the defensive pact again. Yeah, we're at 96.7% at the moment, and that's after we just took a county off someone. Berthold Kven is betrothed to Hildburg di Spoleto. He is pretty dull. Are you sure you want to be betrothed to him, Hildburg? Is there a good reason for that? Because, I can't see why you'd want him. He's proud and envious. Has no useful genetic traits. He is, admittedly, a grey eminence. But you're a genius. I kind of feel you could do better, at least with one of the strong kids we've just imported. Oh well, you're betrothed now. I'm not going to worry about it. Oh yes, of course, since Edda has now lost the just trait, she is of course entitled to murder anyone she likes. Not restricted to people outside the kingdom, because she's unjust now. She is, of course, still called the Just, but just checking some supply limits. But these are all coastal counties, so it should be fine. Brynhilda di Spoleto has died. What a pity. A famous writer proposes to compose my family chronicles. Do I give him patronage, which costs gold, gains me prestige, and might make Edda proud, which gives more prestige, or ignore him, which pisses off dynasty members? Oh, well, we don't do that. She hasn't become proud, though. Right. We're watching Duke Hans of Trier for reasons I can't currently remember. Because he doesn't appear to be married to, or betrothed to anyone who matters. Okay, we're not watching him. He's just one of our direct vassals who's grown up. I hope this works. Oh, it should. Aha! My liege, I've managed to sow distrust between Doge Leonello of Amalfi and his liege Basileus Boethios. I hope this pleases you. It does. Well done, Ealdwin. We would really like those two to fall out horribly. We do occasionally get factions appearing in the HRE, but they don't seem to last long. lost.
the advantage of having a lot of small vassals is it's quite hard for them to build up enough head of steam to for this attraction to really trouble you at all.
Yes.
Obviously, if you've got a bunch of large vessels and a ton of smaller ones, then 2 or 3 of them going up can cause trouble. But you're distributed enough that probably okay.
Yeah, well, I think we're going to invite some new commanders because our ones are looking fairly ropey compared to what we can get from outside.
Also, let's face it, at the moment, everyone's terribly impressed with you for creating the Holy Roman Empire and slightly terrified that if they piss you off, you will murder them.
We'll invite 2 of these. I'm sure we can find a use for them. I mean, we do have a reason for having Duke Antonio in there, don't we? To get him more prestige. But, like, King Jakob is getting on a bit now. Probably about time he stepped down from being commander. Right, we've won the Battle of Sieland Tribe. Now we just have a particularly trivial siege. Let's assault that because it only has 12 defenders. I'm trying to kill the Prince Archbishop of Swabia. Is Swabia one of the electing ones? I don't think it is. Oh no, sorry. Yes, it's not. He's trying to kill Prince Archbishop Gottschalk. Not Prince Archbishop. Bishop Erb of Aquino. He's trying to kill Gottschalk, who I don't really care about because that isn't a voting post. And he isn't my commander, at least not anymore. Alright, now we're actually besieging something proper in Sieland, right. I can't appoint him as a commander because I've run out of commander slots. So let's see if we want to make a commander slot by firing someone else. I think it's probably about time we kicked out King Jakob. There we go. Right. Give our new commander some experience. Actually, let's give both of our new commanders some experience. My kinswoman Hildeburg has a tender and loving soul, trusting everyone in the castle. Yeah, we like kind. He's kind but cynical. Right. We now still only have 92% war score. Oh, because there's a church there as well that we have to besiege. How very tedious.
Yeah, but you probably just stop. Looks like it's made of cheese with like 200 people.
Oh, I have patience. There's no hurry.
Yeah, I mean, you're not really under pressure. So can I do this for a second?
100 piety. She might achieve Paragon of Virtue, you know.
How close are you?
1765 out of 2000.
Yeah, you're going on a bit.
Yeah, but that's like 2.5 holy wars. Yeah. The Verlian army has just got itself into a fight. Well, not my fight. It's probably going to win, but like it will be a bit battered. No, I rule in the Holy Roman Empire. I know he's useless, but he's my useless.
Is this your chaplain again?
Yes. Someone is getting a claim on some of my titles. Probably not the good ones. I probably shouldn't be hanging on to 3 Okay, he's just got a strong claim on the county of Sealand. Right, well, yes. Come and have a go if you think you're hard enough. King Hupold King of Bavaria has declared the Bavarian-Hungarian de jure war on the King of Hungary.
Hungary is not part of your empire?
No,
Oh.
Hungary is one of my neighbours. We have a new Duke of Alsace. The old one died of severe stress at age 34.
Quite stressed.
Hello, Duke Siegfried. Oh, your. Oh, look, your heir and daughter is betrothed to a Di Spoleto.
Shocking.
That might mean you don't live very long. Because we don't want you having a son. That would be bad. Sorry, we can't allow you to live. I'm not currently plotting to kill anyone. Right, apparently we don't anymore have someone arranged as Prince Archbishop of Münster. So that is not, I don't think, an elector. because the electors that I actually get to appoint are Swabia and Bremen at the moment. Got Swabia, Bremen and the Rhine. Trier is not my appointment. And neither is Köln. So Münster is not particularly interesting. So in the absence of better plans... Oh, it's so tempting to send my husband. Let's send my husband and see what happens. I did suggest a career in the church, after all.
Why you're pissed off with him now?
He was having affairs with too many people. We've regained the trade post of Werle. Swabia now wants a new bishop, because we've apparently lost whoever we had scheduled for that one. That does want to be a Di Spoleto, but ideally an unmarried or unmarriageable one, which would be a bit weird, because, like, why would I have an unmarried male Di Spoleto lying around? I suppose married to someone old would be alright as well. How about Christopher Di Spoleto, who's 41? Yeah, go on. Oh, and we also need to propose someone as the next Prince Archbishop of Ferrara, who does not need to be anyone very interesting, so let's just propose my husband for that one as well. We have a new Grand Mayor of Pomerania. He's fairly young. He more or less likes me. A new great house has risen to the forefront of Pomeranian politics under Patrician Chucho of de la Consera. So presumably the one of the previous houses has died out with the death of the most recent... Yes, with the death of Patrician Lorenzo of Faliero. The illustrious House Faliero has become extinct. Prince Archbishop Guerino of the Rhine let everyone know about my plot to kill Duke Siegfried III of Alsace during a drunken stupor at the local tavern. I should never have included that drunken blabbermouth in a plot this delicate. Meh. I have a plot power of 667%. I don't think it's going to fail. Die by poisoned wine. Classic. Oh look, Basileus Boethios has joined the defensive pact.
Back up at 100% chance.
99.3 at the moment. It probably hit 100 when we took Sieland, but that was a little while ago now. Oh, excellent. Galura has been converted to be properly Catholic. The Holy Roman Empire got that county back. I wonder how they did that. That's unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
The Holy Roman Empire got that county back.
Byzantine Empire.
Sorry, Byzantine Empire.
Makes more sense.
I forget which empire I am.
Another one.
Yes. Failure. Duke Siegfried III of Alsace did not drink the wine, but was unable to uncover the conspiracy. We will just have to try again. How about bowmen are in place, waiting for the moment to strike.
Is this the lone bowman on the grassy knoll?
Yes.
Classic.
Oh, we've lost our Chancellor. He died of old age, I expect, yes.
So that guy you betrayed your daughter or granddaughter or something to.
Was there one?
The crying croak. Probably him.
Kven? Bertold Kven?
That sounds like him, yeah, him.
Yeah, okay. Off you go to Ferrara. Not Ferrara, Amalfi. That's not Amalfi. Stoats, I missed the correct county. He's sowing dissent in completely the wrong place.
In your county.
Yeah.
Okay, just keep an eye on that. So that when it turns to the colour that you move them again, you can move them straight away and call yourself a state.
So we now don't have a successor to the bishopric of Sutri. It's not appoint Bertold Kven to that one. Nominate my husband. Failure! Duke Siegfried III escaped the arrow barrage unharmed, and one of the captured bowmen revealed my name. Let's try poisoning him again. She's surrendering. Excellent. Accept. Right. Back up to 100% threat. So Yes, I do currently hold too many duchies. I should fix that. Who would like to be Duke of Greater Poland then?
Is that an elector or candidate for HR?
No. It is not a vassal of the HRE, de jure, and it is not the Duchy of Bohemia, which is the one elector, the one standard elector that I don't control, I believe. It is a de jure vassal of the Kingdom of Poland and the Wendish Empire, neither of which exists. So ideally we would probably grant it to like to the holder of one of its vassal counties. None of them is currently a Dispoleto. I'm inclined to grant it to the one who's already feudal. And then it's his job to fix everything underneath.
It's true.
Though actually it looks like he doesn't get the others for some reason. Oh well. Oh, I can join King Hoopold's de jure war if I feel like it. She is like not doing brilliant. He's currently still at 0% war score. It feels like he might want a hand. So this is trying to take that county. He's slowly nibbling away counties from Hungary. I mean, doesn't look like he's in serious trouble though. We'll let him get on with it for a bit. Duke Siegfried III did not drink the wine again. Siegfried, you are very, very paranoid. Are you in fact paranoid? No. He is patient, kind, and humble. Okay, let's try party of mercenaries disguised as highwaymen.
To be fair, someone is in fact out to kill him.
Lots of people are out to kill him. My zeal and religious beliefs have led me to become more respected and given me more prestige. Gain 15 prestige.
They're all there going, damn, I'm not following my zeal, but this is piety.
Yes. I'm just wondering if we have a easy way to say who are my vassals currently at war with, but maybe not. Or even whose wars could I join? Hey, Venice, got any good wars on? Okay, you're currently engaged in a trade war with Amalfi. Duke Siegfried got away from the ambush. War score 100% in favour of King Hupold the Just. Right, he didn't need my help. He managed to capture the king.
Okay, yep, 10 out of 10 there.
Let's try another group of mercenaries disguised as highwaymen. Oh, there's a Mazovian revolt. Well,
Your transfer.
no, not till August. So you can engage in a holy war for Kuyavia, which gets us 1 county, or for Mazovia, which gets us 2, or for Yatvingia, which gets us 1 again. Mazovia is a bit weird. Oh, but one of its counties is directly adjacent to ours. So what's that? That's Lesser Poland. Oh, which is part of the Empire of Bulgaria. Yeah, the Empire of Bulgaria might be has 4,000 troops. The Empire of Bulgaria is not scary, but I don't know that I have a casus belli. And he's defending against heathens. Right, well, we've found another war anyway. That's Bulgaria as well, which I don't want to declare war on. How many troops has the Mazovian revolt got anyway? 5,000, so we do want a pretty decent army over here. Oh, we can now usurp the Duchy of Austria. which King Jakob can't do because it's a 6-county duchy and he only holds 3 of them, whereas I hold 4. Yoink. And let's grant that to probably to the King of Bavaria, Leopold. Sure he can find a use for it. Success! The mercenaries ambush the carriage of Duke Siegfried and make short work of him. They let the driver go and he's convinced the attack was carried out by highwaymen. Oh, those nasty bandits. Because I wanted Duchess Agatha to inherit the duchy. I wanted Agatha to inherit the duchy before she got a younger brother who would inherit it in her place. Because she is betrothed to Gerlach di Spoleto. And therefore their children will be di Spoletos. And therefore the Duchy of Alsace will then fall into di Spoleto hands, which is what we want. See? Perfectly sensible plan. Only slightly murderous, yes, but... Right. What is the point of being a known murderer if you don't murder?
Yeah, I mean, a bit of murdering, you don't get much more in the way of penalty in your end, would you?
I mean, the weird thing is, this doesn't seem to be extending the end of her known murderer penalty. It still expires in 1113, i.e. in 6 years' time. Everyone will forget all the murders she did more recently. Because they'll think, oh, wasn't she a murderer? Yeah, but that was ages ago. Well, I mean, she has, but...
They're not convinced she has.
No, you can't be my court chaplain either. I think I should march these troops into the territory we're trying to take. No, this is a holy war against a revolt.
Oh, okay. Oh, but yes, there's a Mastitian revolt.
Mazovian, yes. Right, thank you. We did not need that bit of mistrust zone. Aha! Zinga Garda is now of legal age, as is Gunda Garda, the two twin Letigalians whom we captured ages ago and have not managed to turn German. Oops. But have managed to at least convert to Catholicism. Where are they? Prisoners. Oh, Gunda's even managed to be converted to being German. Well, we should probably ransom them now that we've done all we can to them. Have your twin daughters back. Okay, have one of your twin daughters back. You can't afford both of them.
The other one you can ask them a divorce and they'll probably found the money.
Stop sowing dissent in Napoli. Go and sow dissent in Amalfi. I think at least he did sow useful dissent in Napoli, because Napoli has a city owned by the Byzantine Empire. We have a new High Chief of Greater Poland. Don't quite understand why he's a High Chief and not a Duke, but I don't really mind. I still rule in the Holy Roman Empire. My kinswoman Hildeberg is a charitable little rascal. Yeah, you can stay charitable. Messages, but probably dull ones. Killing Duchess Gisela of Salerno. Don't think I mind. Random marriage. Improved our knowledge of skirmish techniques in Breslau. One of these should be replaced with an organizer. Because we need this to finish quickly if we're going to win. Oh! The electors have gone weird. They've decided they prefer Huppold. Okay. Let's do the usual thing and flip all of my votes to Huppold. Except in the Holy Roman Empire itself, where I would still prefer Antonio. we can't. No upgrades we can build in Tivoli. Oh, we've got a new heir, I think, to Duchy of Croatia, who is only a count. Which means we might end up actually swiping some random territory in Africa. I think they're trying to besiege things back from us, so let's stomp after them. No. Yeah, that's not acceptable. Duchess Romilda of Rugen is of legal age. Excellent. She is married. She is betrothed to the sadly rather dim-witted Manfredo di Spoleto. And thus we'll get the Duchy of Rugen into suitable hands. Di Spoleto hands. Adelheid asks, if a tree falls in the woods and there's nobody there to hear it, does it make a noise? So do I suggest she ponder it on her own for 1 point of learning, or possibly becoming shy? Or do I suggest she be useful in order to get diligent? You get diligent. Diligent is good. Right, we now have 85% war score in our Holy War. Probably want to assault this relatively soon, just in case he loses his other war. .99% war score. Will not accept that. Will not accept surrender. Will not surrender though. We'll probably get up to 100% war score before anything bad happens, but thanks. Oops. Oh. Duke Eberhard of Baden has declared war on the King of Arles, who is already at war with Provence. I think Arles may be about to disappear. Thanks to my great diplomatic skill, the smuggler's ring in Sjælland has been destroyed. The head of the last smuggler is now rotting on a pike outside the city gates. We'll see whether we can get to 100% war score before this. Ah, there it goes. enforce my demands, which get me another 100 piety, 50 prestige, and some moral authority. Plus, like, we get a couple of counties. Splot. So at least the Duchy of Austria hasn't been destroyed yet. So yes, we how are things going over on the west then? In the two separate wars that my vassals are raging on King Vezien of Arles. Obviously I could declare war on him as well. I've got claimants of the entire kingdom. But he's in a defensive pact against me, so I won't. But I could see how. So Duke Wilhelm of Burgundy is winning, but he's not my vassal. Duke Blasi of Provence is winning. Duke Eberhard of Baden has only just started, but he's probably going to win. Yeah, so that county is one of the ones that that we're trying to take, because we managed to create the Duchy of Provence, which gave the Duke of Provence a de jure claim on it. What's Baden after? You have a claim on Bern. Okay, yeah, that seems like a good place to take. And there's currently a child holding it, which is part of why you can press whatever weird little claim you've got. Yeah, it's probably about time to do that, isn't it? Just glancing around at the titles I can create. Oh, excuse me. And seeing if any of them get me any good de jure claims. Kingdom of Sardinia and Corsica kind of does. I could create that and grant it to someone. can't create Poland yet, though. So I control 4 of 7 counties. Are those actually all controlled by the same person?
It's still useless. You know, still not managed to discover Crusades.
So she's Duchess of Corsica. We could grant her the entire... She's got rather a lot of territory already. We could grant her the entire duchy, the entire kingdom of Sardinia and Corsica, which would then put her in a position to take over the rest of Sardinia.
Just a quick sanity check once you've done that. You know, is Jerusalem held by suitable fidelous people?
Here is the Sheikh of Jerusalem. He is Sunni. Here is his liege, Sultan Amir of the Banu Furat Sultanate. He is also Sunni. So,
What the hell are you playing at? I mean, okay, probably technically the world would be a better place without gratuitous religious wars, but unfortunately there isn't a kit for Pope until he declares a crusade for. I mean, maybe with a concave DLC you can become the Pope and then declare crusades yourself. But,
I mean, I think once the Pope has invented crusades, I can request them from him. I think.
I'm just being a bit.
There was a child countess I just spotted.
Doesn't it help if the Pope is zealous or something?
I don't think so. I think it's just mean time to happen
Okay.
10 years. Why is she not betrothed to Eddie Spoleto, eh?
Because you didn't get there in time?
Yeah.
Oh, right. I was going to say good night stream, but unless this is still there, it's probably won't have a good night in the stream
Yes.
when people catch up at some point in the future.
I mean, I could, like, have her betrothed murdered just to get her available again, but that seems a bit excessive.
It does.
You could have him excommunicated? No. No, you can't excommunicate children. Just flicking through now, looking for Duke or higher level titles where the heir might be like an unmarried girl. We've already fixed her. The current one is married to a Dispolato, betrothed to a Dispolato. He's already a Dispolato. Oh, right. She is not betrothed, not least because she's only just been born. You don't have an available Dispolato at the moment. Curses. Right, you should remember Angria. Barden is the same guy, isn't it? Engeltraud Velf, yes. It's Bishopric. Oh, I think I keep going backwards. Franconia. Canton. Should just check that. She is already in a matrilineal marriage. No, yes, she's in a matrilineal marriage. Not very interesting otherwise. Lausitz. No. Nordgau. No. Salzburg. Maybe, but this is... Oh no, it's Gavelkind. So she would also like to be married. We need more male Dispolatos in my court, don't we? Oh well. Yes, if I haven't got any, then it doesn't really help me to find people to marry them to. So I think mostly what we need to happen... Like, yeah, Deephold. Why can't we marry him? Okay, let's have another go at this. Angria. Bona Dispolato. Oh, she's already a Dispolato. Well, that's not very interesting, is it? Stoatface. What was the next one that I found? Inga Hupolinger of Nordgau. So why can't I ask to betroth her? Okay, so who was that kid I found earlier? Now confused. Alright, the issue is that Deephold, that she's married to a landed baron, and so he's not in my court anymore, right? Yes. She's married to an unlanded guy, but is failing to have any more children. Eckhart hasn't had any children at all. Neither has Dietvin, so we are and yeah, so those ones are my grandchildren, but because Velf is a baron, she has gone off to his court and taken the kids with her. But if I bonk that button, then can I marry him? No, because I can only marry him to someone who is currently in my court. Even though I control his marriage, I can't, set up really complicated arrangements. So I can't use these ones to seize extra Di Spoleto, extra duchies for the Di Spoletos. The best that I can do, I think... Ooh... Does this give me anything good, though? I think now I need to find the person I'm looking for again. Is the heir to the Duchy of Salzburg, Inga Hupoldinger. Okay. Probably be the youngest of these that we marry off to her. No, she's not available. She is, I think, too close a relation. And that's often the way. You often need to go a bit of a distance down the inheritance wasp name. You can wait a bit for him anyway. It doesn't matter if he gets betrothed to someone a bit younger than him. But yes, I think we may be a bit limited in what we can use him for. Might be interesting. Also heir to the High Chieftain of Chernigov. Okay, so I don't see sorting by rank. Sadly, doesn't get me them. Get me the heirs at the top like I was hoping it would. So, heir to the county of Portois? Presumably not in my territory. Can we find an heir to a duchy? Yes. This heir to the High Chieftain of Chernigov. So there's a slight problem. As oops, I lost that thing now. It's fine. Heir to the high chiefdom. She may end up becoming independent, but and taking her her barony with her, but that's not actually a serious problem. Let's get the Despoletos out there. Why is the heir to the kingdom to the High Chieftain of Chernigov in Rugen? Is she imprisoned there or something? No. Well, I actually go for the second son of the one who's not going to inherit anything, just for tidiness. Assuming this will actually work. Right, yes, that looks like we'll get that. Like, she'll go off, or he'll go off rather, and end up as a duke, as a high chief somewhere in Pechenegs, but it gets the Di Spoleto some more prestige. So was there another heir in there? I think there was, but they weren't as interesting. So we have Liutgard, heir to the county of Portois. I don't see why we wouldn't want to marry into that family as well. To the county of Tarragona. I suppose I should be looking at whether I can easily murder the current holder of the title. So we can get 55% against Tarragona. $266% against Portois, though. And that'll probably come into the Empire soon. We should just look up her name, shouldn't we? Otherwise we'll end up scrolling forever. We want to find Liutgard Garonen. Liutgard Garonen. Egbert is kind of alright. Don't think we need to do anything about him. Oh, we'll sort that out next time. I just want to set this murderous thing in motion. that looks quick. Have a go. I was wondering if I needed to invite anyone. We've got plenty of candidates. Many of whom I could invite for, like, next to no money. Oh, new King of Frisia. King Gerlach Conradina. Married to Joshella di Bassano. He already has a male heir, though. I was planning to just set this plot in motion and go to bed, but it turns out that we can actually get the murder done pretty quickly. Probably. Oh dear, she died. As a result, Countess Luitgard of Portois, age 3, is betrothed to Jacob di Spoleto, my grandson. And therefore, Portois, which is currently part of Arles, no, currently part of Franche-Comté, will fall into the hands of the Di Spoleto dynasty. Meanwhile, how about the other grandson I just sorted out with a betrothal? He is betrothed to Alzra Teremar, who is heir to the High Chieftain of Chernigov. This guy's going to be a bit harder to kill. No one I can bribe. Not very much I can get from the High Chief of Novgorod. This is just going to take a while. You're like actually going to invite the one person who would join. And now the Cathar heresy has turned up in Jülich. My husband Niels explains that he is captivated by the grace and strength of hunting bird and begs me for a bird. Surely even the spouse of the Kaiserin must be allowed to enjoy the noble pastime of falconry. So we can delight him with a buzzard. We can make him deeply in love, which makes him more diplomatic, which makes us more diplomatic. Or try not to overexert him. Well, let's make him deeply in love and give him an extra diplomacy. That will slightly boost our state diplomacy. Right, that's slightly more territory. We have now gained the fairly tiny county, fairly tiny county there. Baden is still engaged in its war. Oh, we have a new Duke of Nordgau. It's interesting. Not very helpful mind, but possibly they'll have children. Oops. I should go to bed and not hold a feast right now. Baden is losing its battle for its claim on Bern, its war for its claim on Bern. There's also the slight danger that the Duke of Franche-Comté has a claim on... well, he's currently at war for... for someone else's claim on Arles. Oh, that's not such an issue. It's not about to get folded into some larger polity, I don't think. Right, so... current situation is no one is outside of a defensive pact against us except for the Empire of Bulgaria, with which we have a non-aggression pact, and this, the Mazovian revolt, which we still have a truce with. Which I'm totally not going to break. I mean, we could murder the current leader in the hope that we get a new revolt leader that we can then go to war with, I suppose, but we are currently busy murdering someone else. Like, he's quite hard to murder anyway. So I think we just have to wait for another revolt to happen. We should probably appoint someone to these two bishoprics, shouldn't we? We don't really want that to be someone important because we're probably going to give away the county in due course. So let's just raise a couple of people to the relevant bishoprics. Right, that will do for tonight, I think. The Pope has still not invented, despite Edda's dreams of total war, the Pope has still not invented crusades, so she is kind of stuck. She still hasn't managed to get rid of her husband, but then he does have a phenomenal martial skill. How long before Edda becomes... Oh! It has a piety of 2047. Why have we not? Has that not fired the? Yes, there it is. Right, good. Edda the Just fulfilled the ambition to become paragon of virtue, which I think gained her one learning. She can no longer have any more ambitions. Right. That's a good point to stop then. Edda is a paragon of virtue. Save and quit. And good night.